quick one just for coaches and mentors. So if you're not one, you don't need necessarily to watch this, but I think it might help you as well to find your identity better, to understand exactly what you need to do in order to find your purpose if you haven't found it yet. If you feel like there's a piece missing from your inspiration, from your decision-making process and all that. But to get straight to the point with it, because now it's Sunday, straight to the point with it, but I have to give you a little bit of context. So, it's Sunday, it's my first Sunday I'm running. I never ever ran before. If it's the first time you're seeing me, I'm Stefan DiMaggio, I'm the growth operator for Info Businesses, and I just want to start this series of me waking up at 3 a.m. and just going out running. The day was a bit difficult. It's the 6th day I'm doing it in a row. Started on Tuesday morning, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now it's Sunday. And what can I say? It feels crappy, but it feels also good. I'm wired the entire time. One thing that you have to understand, if it is that you're not getting as much clients as you might want to get with whatever it is that you're teaching, no matter the niche, you can teach literally anything. You can go and teach anybody anything. You still have to apply the same principle, that is to become a role model, to be this authority figure. But not as you might think so. A lot of people get this wrong, and even I fell into this trap that in order to be perceived as an authority, you gotta act tough and just be this, try to be this tough guy that knows exactly what it is, knows what everybody needs to do, and he just goes with it. He just tells you, oh, you should do this. Yeah, just do that and you'll succeed. The thing is, you as a coach have a lot more to do, because you're not just a military camp officer. Even those try to understand you better and see, okay, what's going on, Stefan? Why are you so soft? What happened with you? And that's what you have to do with your clients. That's what you need to get them in that position so that they open to you more. They understand that you're not just like the thousands of coaches in this space today, because there are lots of them. Tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. So the only difference we can make, you as coach, mentor, I as growth operator, because there are also a lot of guys in my niche who are just growing these info businesses. Fuck. Damn. The soreness starts to kick in right now. One week full of working. You might wonder, why am I doing this? Oh my god, I have to walk a bit, because Jesus, my left calf is, oh my god, feels like a horse is biting it, like I feel how my muscle is just, holy. Yeah, but anyways, the thing is, I'm running and I plan to do so every single day. Even though this is not my favorite activity, I'm a gym guy. I also said this a couple times on my Instagram, so you might check that as well. I'll put it in the description of this video as well. It's in every other description. But besides you understanding what's wrong with your client and being able to actually be like this teacher, a coach sounds a little bit too, too plain. When you hear a coach, the word coach, and you think of it, it's like a football coach, right? Who just telling you, yelling at you on the field and on the training sessions. But the thing is, even the training coaches, even the football coaches, I played football for 8 years since I was 6, and I had three favorite football coaches. I had a lot of them, but two of them were really like role models to me, and they were just so good at it. They would know how to take you. They would know how to understand what's the reason behind every single action you're doing. It's a little bit easier when you're working with kids, gotta admit it. When we're working with adults, with people maybe, who knows, like 30, 40, maybe even 50, 60. I myself, I'm 23, so. But yeah, when you're talking with adults, when you're just working with them, you gotta do a little bit more, because as we grow up, we set these beliefs stronger in ourselves. We set this all these limiting beliefs, these false beliefs. We just have a certain vision of the world. We see the world from our own perspective, and it's pretty hard for someone to be able to come in and make you see that differently. But a real coach, that's what he does. That's what he or she does. It's supposed to come in their client's life, to take all the pieces that they have maybe thrown on the table, because a lot of time it's just a mess, and you as a coach have to, just like putting up a Lego, just like, staying a whole day to set up this Lego. You might have to stay a couple weeks, couple months to put your client's Lego together, to understand what pieces do they have thrown out under the table, under the bed, under, maybe over the window. You have to go and try to find all of them, pick them together, put them together, and start to, just explaining to them, look, this does that. I see you throwing that one under the bed, maybe because you didn't like it and you thought it's better to stay there, but it's not, because look, the Lego is not finished without it. It's missing under the bed, so your Lego is incomplete. You cannot just go in your life about it without operating at your full potential. Now, obviously, a lot of people can do that. It's everybody's choices, right? But you gotta understand that your clients just decided to work with you for a reason. All of them came to this point, to this in their life, to this point in their life that they just now want to change something. They saw it's something wrong with them, so they knew they have to make a decision, but they're not willing to do that themselves. So they try to get someone that can literally play their own mind. It's like they're aware that you're going to do that, but they're fine with it because they know that they don't have the full power over themselves to do that. So it's easier to introduce to your brain a stranger's authority. Once your authority as a character, as a human being, is lost in face of your brain, in front of your mind. Because, for example, that's why I'm running. That's why I'm doing all this. I'm setting this authority with my mind. I'm telling my mind, you don't conquer me. I conquer you, I'm using you, you're my tool. You have to listen to me, you have to understand what I'm saying, and you're going to help me in the process with whatever it is that I'm doing. Because I used to just wake up at 6, maybe 8 a.m., something like that, and just start working. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be so productive. I would just have all this, let's open my TikTok, let's doom scroll a bit, you know, while waiting maybe for some DM replies, while in between finding other clients, doing outreach and all that. And I would waste so much time instead of having this full drive and to tell my mind consistently, no, you gotta listen to me because we're doing this my way now. Yeah, the thing is, our mind has this way of viewing reality. Like some, take a look at that. Ain't that beautiful? It is, in fact, amazing. Our mind has this way of viewing life in stupid ways. And if you let it take control over you, you'll soon enough find yourself in this loophole when whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're aiming for, your mind will get in your way. Until you're not setting some rules, telling it clearly, no, see, we're doing this, and that. That's the whole schedule. And I can tell you that since I've started running, it's not that much, but I know in my soul, I know deep inside me that I'm going to do this every day, just like I said. I am feeling better. I am feeling 1,000 times better, 1,000,000 times better. I'm feeling amazing. Internally, it's what happens. The switch is internal, guys. The switch is inside you. It's internal. You're not seeing anything, you know, on the outside. Do you think I've seen changes these days? The only change I've seen these couple days was that I finally managed to run 4 kilometers, I think, without stopping. You're seeing me now stopping in this video because I'm also speaking, so it's a bit harder to guide the air, to keep your breathing in check, and to also think of what are you going to say next. But you know, another beautiful thing while running, I've never been a runner and I hated it, and I'm still doing that. I still hate running. I don't love a bit of this, but I love what it does to me. And you see, that's what you have to do. Don't know if you paid attention to what I've said. I don't love running. I hate it, but I love what it does to me. I love the state running puts me in. I love how it gets my mind so wired, so connected to anything. It keeps me sharp. Even though during the day now I can say, don't think that I'm this superhuman feeling all energized. Now, just like when I was training in the gym at 5 a.m., I'll wake up and I'll go hit the gym first thing in the morning. And then I feel so good, but at about 12 p.m., 1 p.m. maybe, I'll just start sleeping. So like staying at my desk and just working and my eyes going like this without controlling it. And that's what happens now today, but there's nothing in this life, nothing in your schedule that cannot be solved. You know, if if there's a wish, there's always a will. You gotta understand that, because it's all in your mind. It's all connected to your mind, to what you're capable to understand. Because if you have this wish, you just gotta tell your mind, now this is our goal, now this is our will. We have to respect it, we have to stick to it no matter what happens. We're not stopping from it, okay? We're not taking any breaks, we're going at it full throttle. And that's just how it goes, literally in every single aspect of life, every single area. You just gotta keep going, you just have to find solutions. For example, in my case, I found that if I'm drinking enough water, if I'm drinking 1 coffee per day, or maybe like 2 espressos and also 2 or 3 Red Bulls, I am pretty sharp. I managed to keep myself, pretty wired throughout the whole day. And this is not a lifestyle. This is not necessarily a healthy lifestyle on the long run, but you gotta accept it, that when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to put up this vision that you've had for a long time, and it still didn't manage to come to reality, in your physical reality, it means that something hasn't been going right. It means that you haven't been doing it right. It means that you just maybe have to check again all the processes that you've been following, all the things that you've been doing all this time, and see what maybe can be improved, what needs to be replaced, adjusted, and all that. Because until you're not doing so, your success will just be this luck. It's just like that Jung quote. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate, because you're not aware of these patterns that are going on inside you. You'll just go with it like, that's just how I'm feeling today. You know how I felt today? I woke up at 3:20 and I barely managed to get up at 3:54. Get up and run, but I've been doing all these things at about twice the time it was usually taking me to, like prayers, changing myself, checking my goals for today. Usually I do all this in like 15-20 minutes. Today it took me about 40 minutes because I was just too sick of it. My brain was trying to get ahead of me and be like, come on, it's Sunday, you're going to church, you can't drink any water, you can't hydrate yourself. Are you really going to run today? You might pass out, you might not be ready for this. And our mind just likes to do all these games, to play all these games just to keep us safe, to know that we're all right, even though it's not like that. Because our mind acts only on emotions. If you're letting it go on its own, it will just take every external factor that comes in contact with you every single day, every single moment, every single second, and will play by it. And trust me, it turns into a chaotic process. I've been there, and I understand fully what's happening and how you need to take control of that and make sure that you're keeping everything in check so that you can reach your goals. Especially if you're a coach or a mentor, you need to understand that you cannot have clients, you cannot help others in the process if you haven't managed to help yourself first. Are you going to do so? They might not even respect you in the first place. They might not even look at you as this role model, and they might not even want to work with you in the first place because of this. Because they're not seeing you as this authority, not just to be tough and to play it cool, like, oh, I'm this alpha man, I'm this top G, but to see you like, okay, this guy actually sticks to his word. He said he's going to do that, and he's still doing that. He puts up his mind to something, and he does not give up. He doesn't take any breaks from it. He's just keep on going with it. And nothing is going perfect, That's the thing. A lot of people from the outside believe that all the things that when we see somebody just doing all this stuff non-stop, not taking a break, not taking a day off, and just keeping at it, we tend to think that, oh, that guy has it so perfect. I bet his life is so good, and that's why he's able to do all this, because he just doesn't have any responsibilities. He just goes with it. That's a way of fun, right? And those are the same people that will find themselves lost even at 40, 50, 60 years old, and they won't understand what's happening with them, why they couldn't achieve their goals during the life, why they couldn't just create value from within, because we all have this capability of just achieving all these high levels of success in our life with whatever it is that we like to do, where our skills are at, but until we're not able to control this discipline and to take control over our brain, our mind, not letting it guide us through emotions, just letting itself decide for us, you won't manage to achieve what you plan for your life, and you won't even be able to achieve what you promised to your clients that they're going to achieve by working with you. So until you're not putting that in place, until you're not getting yourself together and start keeping yourself accountable with all these things, because that's what I'm doing. I might have just slept today, I might have gone to bed and be like, well, it's Sunday. I might be able to find a good excuse to just tell everybody, guys, today is Sunday. I'm going to the church in the morning, and I cannot drink water until like after the church, like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. So I didn't go to run because it's not good for me. I could have found all these excuses, just like every single one of us can find excuses, because that's what our mind is best at, to find excuses and to take us off the track. But you know what's our mind good at also? To just create all these amazing outcomes for us once you manage to take control over it. Once you manage to understand how to keep it under control, how to take full accountability of your actions, and not letting your mind just guide you through all these emotions, through all these states that you're finding yourself in. That's when you're going to find success with whatever goal you plan to achieve success with. Because your mind is this amazing tool at each and every one of us disposal. We just need to learn how to leverage it completely and properly, because until we do so, we won't be able to get our life straight, and we won't be able to get our clients' life straight neither. So that's just how it goes. Make sure you keep it in check. Make sure you create all these things that might help you get to that level of discipline that you're not lacking, not even one day. Trust me, if you're breaking the cycle one day, it's done. It's completely over. You might not realize it. You might think that, it's fine for now. It's fine. I took this day off, but then I'm not going to do that ever again. Or until the end of the month, I'm going to keep my word for it. But how do you know that? Because if there will come other feelings in your days, you'll think, well, I already took one day off. What's up if I'm just taking another day off, right? Who's gonna mind? That's what it happens, because your mind now perceives this as a possibility. Okay, you took one day off, why not take another one day off? Why not take 3 days off? Why not just take 1 week off maybe? Because you're going to get back at it, right? Until you'll take so many days off that you'll not be able to get back at it. It's this toxic loop that once you let your mind get you through it, you will much likely not be able to escape it. So you gotta be aware of it. You gotta be mindful in every situation. Just understand, just have this awareness, guys. Come on now. Like, I'm not talking from a place of authority, like somewhere above you. I am in the same exact position that you are in right now. But you know what's the difference? I'm willing to put in the effort. I'm willing to do all this. I'm having all this stuff in my life going on right now. I have to take care of so many things. I had to get done so many things by the day before yesterday, and I still haven't got them in place. But you know what? I'm not letting them owe me. I'm not letting them take control over my life, over my direction, because once you do that, you're lost forever. Not only that, you're not going to achieve those goals that you had to achieve, but you'll not achieve anything in the first place anymore. You'll just stay, and you'll get into this toxic loop of like, nothing's going as planned, nothing is going right, and I might just stay forever in this position until a miracle happens and gets me out of this state. But it's not going to happen if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to just take control over your life. No matter what happens, no matter the outcomes, no matter the external factors that are going on in your life, you will not be able to achieve anything that you've put your mind up to. So just come on, get up and do it. It's really not that hard. It's so simple, but so many of us just like to sit comfortable and just cry about it when everything is going wrong, and we think that everybody was against us, when the only one that was against you in the first place was yourself. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Soon enough we'll reaching the first week, and this is just the beginning. First month is just the beginning. First year is just the beginning. We're going to keep at it. No matter where I am, no matter where I'll go, no matter what state, even if I'll become a millionaire tomorrow, I'll still do these things, because it keeps me accountable with all my actions. If I'm not doing this, I lack on my actions. My brain will start saying, well, you could relax now, just be a little bit more chill. That's not how you achieve success. That doesn't mean you have to stay toxic with yourself and abuse you internally, but it means that you just have to keep yourself accountable and know when you have to do what you have to do and how you have to do it, how to apply it properly. So yeah, make sure you apply all this. If you feel like your info business might need some guidance, some clarity, I'm up to have a free chat with you on Instagram. Just DM me, and maybe, who knows, even hop on a free call so I can assess your situation better, to understand exactly how is it going in your life right now, how is it going, everything in your life, as well as how is your info business going on, like with how many people are you working at the current moment, what changes have you achieved with them, what transformations, and what will be the bottlenecks, all that, so on. So yeah, just DM me on Instagram, and I'll be happy to help you in every way I can. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.